Hey everyone, Tanner Bell here. Welcome to makersgonnalearn.com. We are so excited to welcome you to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to share with you everything you need to know about making your very first Cricut project. We are so excited that you guys are here because that means you may not even have a Cricut yet, or you may have just got it and you are wanting to make sure to have everything you need to know to make your absolute first Cricut project. Now, a fun little backstory is that when I got my first machine, it was 2010, long before a Cricut Explorer or even the Cricut Maker. It was a Cricut Expression, and that was before Design Space or anything like that when we used cartridges. But my friends, what I love about that is I can still remember what it was like to unbox my first machine and all the excitement, but also the nervousness that was behind unboxing it and getting familiar with the software for the very first time. What I want you guys to know is that you are going to love your Cricut. There are going to be some times where you are using something that you have never used before, and who knows, this could be the first time in a long time you're trying something new for the first time. So be sure to give yourself grace and get really excited for today's video as we give you some really practical tips and tricks for mastering your very first Cricut project, as I cannot wait for you to look back in 3 to 6 months from now and see how far you've came from your first project. So let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first is we need to go back to why you got your Cricut. What are the types of projects that you are most excited to make? Whatever is fueling you to get the machine or that you're most passionate about is 100% what you should start with. You want to make sure that you're doing something you're super excited about. If you see Cricut, as soon as you open the box, tells you to make the card, and you're like, Tanner, I don't want to make a card, do not feel pressured to do so. I think it's fantastic to follow through and complete that since they give you the material. But if for some reason you don't feel like going through that, that is okay, because you may have said, Tanner, I want to get this machine and start making vinyl decals right out of the gate. That is totally fine, especially if you have the know-how. A lot of us, before we even get our machine, have already watched the videos and already know a lot about our weeding tools, our accessories, and honestly, the full step-by-step process. I truly believe that video training is the #1 best way to master your project. Some of my favorite tips is to actually watch one of our videos and complete the step as we complete it, meaning you watch the step, you pause the video, you do this step, and then you move on, rinse and repeat. So that way you're able to follow along, rewind, and make sure that you have all of our favorite tips, all of our favorite techniques down, and that you're not having to memorize them, write them down, or anything like that. One thing I absolutely recommend for Cricut beginners is our 30-day Cricut challenge. Every single day, Rachel walks with you on a brand new tutorial or technique that you can master. And by the end of the 30 days, boy oh boy, do you have a great understanding of everything all about your Cricut machine. You're gonna have all the know-how and all the skills. What we love is you get it completely free and included in the year membership. It's a great bonus to set yourself up for success when you say yes to our year membership at Makers Gonna Learn. What we love about that is you get access to our cut files. There's thousands, there's hundreds of fonts, our commercial use license so you can sell what you make, and honestly so much more. So definitely check that out, but we love our free videos here online as well to get you started. So first things first, have that understanding on what you want to accomplish right out of the gate. Secondly, you want to think about what supplies that you have already on hand. As you can tell already on the internet, the possibilities are truly limitless when it comes to your Cricut. You can make shirts, you can make adorable paper projects, vinyl, frames. I mean, you can do so many different things. But the thing is, it requires a ton of different materials. Our office has a lot of different materials, so you really want to first take an assessment of what you already have. when it comes to your first project, you want to make sure that it's something simple and it's something that you're not having to run out to the craft store and pick up a handful of new material if you already have some on hand. We highly recommend when you're getting started to really take advantage of what you may have already ordered. So for example, if you have ordered just vinyl, there's quite a few things you could do with just vinyl. You could make car decals, you could make stencils and then use acrylic paint to paint those onto things. You could make mugs. You do all kinds of really fun projects. So let's go ahead and take an assessment of what supplies we already have on hand. Our third tip is, what do you already know about the machine? You definitely do not want to start a project if you don't have the know-how behind what type of project you would like to create with your machine. What we would recommend is to be sure to search our YouTube channel, check out the 30-day challenge if you are a yearly member or you've purchased that program, and make sure that you have a really great understanding and also the confidence to complete the project. A craft fail when you're first starting out with your Cricut can really hinder you and really give you a lack of motivation if you're running out of the gate with a craft fail. Now, I want to give you a spoiler alert. I don't care how many times you watch videos or how long you do, or how many you watch, you will experience a craft fail. So what I want to say to that is, when it happens, be sure to give yourself grace. Be sure to take it and say, hey, I'm going to use this craft fail as a thing to fuel me and say, I'm actually learning through this failure. Some of my biggest craft fails have been some really expensive projects, from messing up stenciling of a doormat that was quite expensive, to doing multi-layer shirts with a lot of glitter HTV, cutting glitter HTV on the wrong setting that is very expensive. You name it, trust me guys, I have experienced it. But you do want to always give yourself that grace so that you're able to pick yourself up, dust it off, and you can totally trust me that it will not happen again, as once you walk through it one time, you'll be able to catch yourself moving forward. This is a big one, especially for my wife, Courtney. She is constantly wanting to start multiple different projects and not finishing them. But what you want to do is focus on one project and see it through completion. Don't get 2 steps into a project and say, oh my gosh, I want to start this other 3D project. What we want to do as a Cricut beginner is to focus in on one project until it's complete. Sometimes due to paint drying, the kids, or anything like that, life can get thrown at you and in the way. But what we want you to do is, if you have to sit a project down tomorrow or this evening, you go right back to the project and see it through until completion. Now, when you get a little more seasoned, it will be totally fine for you to have 2 or 3 different Cricut projects going. But sometimes it can be really confusing to have all the different projects open in Design Space and the material out. And let's get real, you only have so much crafting space. So be sure to focus one project at a time. And honestly, I still try to give myself that. And I've been Cricketing for clearly over a decade, but I really like to focus in on one project at a time. Be sure to not choose a lengthy project as your first one. I like to give examples of amazing t-shirts right here. 1-layer t-shirts are fantastic as a first beginner project because this is going to give you a great win. Wearable wins are always some of my favorites because if you have just got a Cricut, maybe you told a coworker about it and you're able to wear that shirt out the next day after completing it, you're able to get some really great hands-on experience on weeding, on using an EasyPress or a household iron. I mean, there's seriously so many great things about starting with a t-shirt. So be sure to not choose anything over your head or too complex that you feel like it could cause you again to suffer from that craft fail. But honestly, my friends, I want you to have fun with it. I am so excited for you to take the step out to unbox that machine and get started with your very first craft project. If you are so excited, be sure to leave us a comment down below. Let me know what you're most excited for when it comes to your first Cricut project. What is that first project going to look like for you? I cannot wait to hear about how it goes, so be sure to leave us a comment down below, share it with us on the Makers Gonna Learn Instagram feed, and if you choose to become a member, be sure to join the first link down below. The 30-day challenge comes completely free when you say yes to your membership, but what we love about it is you're getting the ebook and you're getting a video for every single day of the program. You're going to absolutely love it, and it's going to help you get the most out of your machine really quickly. We've had members say, I've used a Cricut for over 2 years and I still found a lot of value in this. And for our beginners, they said, oh my gosh, I have went through the program in over half the time and had a lot of fun getting to know my machine really fast. So definitely check that out, the first link down below. If you're brand new here, hit that subscribe button. We share Cricut videos every single week, and be sure to subscribe because you do not want to miss out on those uploads. We do live streams. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And again, happy crafting, my friends. Enjoy that Cricut. Bye now.